friends, Emma, Jake, and MIA, set out on a road trip to explore hidden gems off the beaten path. Their plan was simple: take the scenic route, stay overnight in cozy motels, and share laughs along the way. But one wrong turn led them to a road they would wish they had never found. It began with a weathered wooden sign pointing to an unnamed road. "Shortcut," Jake had said, confident in his map reading skills. The road was narrow, surrounded by dense woods that seemed to close in the further they drove. At first, the eerie quiet was a welcome escape from the city's noise, but as night fell, the shadows grew longer, and the air grew heavy. "We should have seen the main highway by now," MIA said, her voice tinged with unease. Emma, driving, frowned at the GPS. "It's not even showing a road anymore, just blank space." Jake leaned forward, trying to adjust the screen. "Maybe we just need to keep going. It's got to lead somewhere, right?" The road stretched endlessly before them, a black ribbon cutting through the forest. There were no signs, no other cars, not even animals. It was as if the world beyond the road had ceased to exist. Hours passed, yet nothing changed. The gas gauge began to dip dangerously low, and the tension in the car grew palpable. Finally, a faint light appeared in the distance, a gas station. Relief flooded him as Emma pulled in. The gas station looked old, the kind of place that hadn't been updated in decades. A single flickering bulb illuminated the pump, and an attendant in a warm uniform stepped out to greet them. His smile was too wide, his eyes too cold. "Need some fuel?" he asked in a voice that didn't match his appearance, as if it echoed from somewhere else. Jake nodded eagerly. "Yeah, and do you know how to get to the highway? We've been driving for hours." The man's smile faltered for a split second before returning. "The highway? Sure, just keep going down this road. You'll find it eventually." As Emma filled the tank, MIA wandered into the convenience store attached to the station. It was eerily quiet inside, the shelves lined with outdated products. She grabbed a bottle of water and turned to the counter, only to find no cashier, just an old photograph sitting on the counter. It was a picture of 3 people standing beside a car. Her heart stopped. The people in the photo were Emma, Jake, and herself. "MIA," Emma's voice called from outside, snapping her out of her daze. She dropped the bottle and ran back to the car, the picture clutched tightly in her hand. "We need to leave," MIA said breathlessly, shoving the photo at them. Jake's face paled as he looked at it. "What the hell is this?" The attendant was gone, and the gas station lights began to flicker violently. Without another word, Emma floored the gas pedal, speeding back onto the endless road. Hours passed, yet the road remained the same. The same trees, the same bends, the same oppressive silence. Then they saw it, the same gas station, identical in every way. "This can't be happening," Emma whispered, her knuckles white on the steering wheel. They stopped again, desperate for answers. This time, the attendant was inside, sitting behind the counter. His wide smile remained as he greeted them like old friends. "Back already?" he asked, his tone mockingly cheerful. Jake slammed his fist on the counter. "What's going on? Why can't we get off this road?" The man leaned forward, his expression darkening. "This road doesn't let people leave. You chose to come here. Now, you belong to it." The lights in the station flickered, and the sound of distant footsteps echoed through the air. Shadows began to move outside, circling the car. Panic set in, and the 3 friends ran back to their vehicle. The shadows outside pressed against the windows, faces forming in the glass, hollow-eyed and grinning. Emma started the car and sped off, her foot pressing harder on the gas than ever before. The road seemed to stretch endlessly ahead, but now it was lined with figures. Dark, human-like shapes stood silently, their heads turning to watch as the car passed. "We're not getting out, are we?" MIA whispered, tears streaming down her face. Jake didn't answer. He simply stared ahead, his face pale and resigned. Eventually, they saw a sign in the distance. As they got closer, their hearts sank. It read, "Welcome to the Endless Road." The last thing anyone ever found of the three friends was their car, abandoned on the side of the road, with the photo of them at the gas station sitting on the dashboard. The road itself. No one's been able to find it again, or maybe, it hasn't let them return.
Трава работала, перед нами, ай, сектор, по лесу, ой, сектор, по лесу.